Hi, welcome back to another episode of 3TB Shorts. We have been doing this new format and I hope you are liking it. We'll continue doing it till the time we hear from you that it's not really worth the time. But we enjoy doing this and sharing some fun facts. So today, let me go first, with a fun fact that I learned recently. It was an eye-opener for me. Some of you might be aware of it. I am a Delhiite. So Delhi floods was an interesting, topic. And as a child living in Delhi, my mom tells me that it happens once, in I think late 1970s, some period during that time, there were floods in Delhi. Now, the floods this time, there were multiple articles and I came across some interesting information. So it's not that the rains have been, it has rained quite a bit, but to flood the way it did and to flood in the areas of Delhi which never got flooded, right? So that was a eye-opener. The WHO office, if you know the Delhi topology, it almost was coming towards the parliament and that area, which was very strange, flooding in those areas, reaching away from the typical Yamuna areas near the Yamuna River. So I found out that this was a problem of, there has been finger pointing. Delhi government is pointing fingers towards Haryana government for multiple reasons. Why did you release the water? Why didn't it flow into canals? Haryana government is actually right. They said that we have very clear instructions that when there is a huge flow, you let the river flow and not try to direct it, because in past when you try to direct it, it gets blown off. Your sluice gates get blown off. The water pressure is so much, so you just let it be. So there has been all this finger pointing. So then I read that there are essentially, for controlling water, there are 3 barrages in Delhi. The first one is called Wazirabad barrage. The second is ITO barrage, and the third one is Okhla barrage. Now, with the barrages, you can control the flow of water, right? And, the water from city drains into the river, you control it, or the backflow happens if you don't control it well. So then you'll think that, okay, then Delhi government has to be blamed, right? You didn't control the flow of the water correctly. So these 3 barrages, if someone had asked that, which government controls these 3 barrages, the answer would be, Delhi government. Obviously, it's in Delhi, fair and square. Or if at all, center has some say in it. But lo and behold, each barrage is controlled by a different state. So Wazirabad barrage is under Delhi government's control. ITO barrage, or let me talk about Okhla barrage. Okhla, someone would have guessed it might be under UP government's control, and that is true. And the ITO barrage, which is like bang in center, right, is actually under Haryana government. And probably Haryana government totally forgot that it was under their control. So it's very interesting story that barrage was built to supply power to a power plant, Indraprasth power plant, which is now closed because it was creating huge amount of pollution. And there was a company called IPGCL, Indraprasth gas supply company. So this company, Punjab government had a stake in it, and they made this power plant, thermal power plant, and it was huge polluter in Delhi, and it needed water for cooling towers and all. So Punjab government initially built this. This was in early 1960s. They built this barrage, ITO barrage, and in 1966, Punjab and Haryana split. So IPGCL, so Punjab became Punjab and Haryana, and IPGCL went to Haryana, the government company. It came under Haryana. So Haryana government, the barrage operation came under Haryana government. So IPGCL, when this whole power plant was shut down, it folded, bankrupt, had no money. They tried to manage it till, I think, almost till 2018, 2019. They tried to manage the upkeep of this barrage. And after 2019, everyone has simply forgotten. So IPGCL is no more there. And Haryana government just doesn't know that it exists and it is supposed to do something about it. And Delhi government thought that we don't control this. I think someone else has to do it. The original Punjab is no longer the Punjab we know. It is Punjab and Haryana. So since 2019, ITO barrage has not been maintained at all. and it was completely jammed. That is the reason why there was a backflow, and you got in certain even areas further away from Yamuna, you got the black flow because the water could not be drained out. And I was surprised. I mean, Navy had to be called in Delhi to actually clear the debris below the barrage gates, so that they could be moved. It was completely jammed. You should see the videos. So this was I didn't know this. So some new information.
Interesting. I mean, yeah, it's just passing the buck, and I mean, a lot of these times have accidents happen because, yeah, basically we don't know who's responsible.
That was a very serious comment from you, Samira. And I thought you were going to, say the moral of the story is and put one phrase over there.
No. So I can, on that point, I can also, yes. I thought, let me kind of give a contrasting this thing. So I came up with this very interesting comment, and this is from a movie. So pardon me for saying this. I'm just repeating what someone else said. So there was this whole godly guy who said that if you laugh at other people's conditions, you will be like them in future. So which obviously meant, so in fact, right below that, there was a comment that said, Bill Gates, ha ha ha, Jeff Bezos, ha ha ha. Yes. And so, in fact, there are some other very interesting things like that, when you kind of think into the world of science and physics and all that. So if you think there are aliens out there and they are maybe living 80 or 90 light years away, for them, World War II would be still going on. And if these same aliens are living 65 million light years away, which is always possible, dinosaurs will still be roaming the earth. So I thought, that's like kind of put some crazy perspective on matter. So in the process of all this studying, I actually came across a very, very interesting book. It's called the Usborne Book of the Future. So it's Usborne. And this was written in 1979 and published. Okay. And it comes in 3 sections. And it was shocking the amount of futuristic information that exists in the book. So it is in 3 sections. The first section actually explores all things about robots, the work they do in land, sea, space, and how they'll be powered. The second one talks actually about cities of the future and how people will live there, new buildings, how computers will change the world and what people will do for fun. And the final section talks about the future of travel, about planes, cars, space shuttles, and colonies on planets. So I found that, and I mean, I kind of went into YouTube and saw the video. It's actually a pictorial book with, somebody's taken immense effort to do it. It's out of publication. It's available in auctions and also. I just thought that was like for anybody who's kind of out there scavenging for books. I mean, this is a good thing to hunt for.
Okay. And so from books, let me go to something called the typewriter and the keyboard, right? And so I don't know if you guys do this, right? How fast can you type? So you have all these tools, right? Online. And did you know that the QWERTY keyboard, which we all have on our laptops today and our desktops and all of that, actually slows you down. So you can't type as fast as you could actually type if you didn't have a QWERTY keyboard. And it's quite funny because the QWERTY keyboard was designed from the days of the typewriter. And the reason, so earlier it was 2 lines and things like that. Why did they create this thing called the QWERTY thing? And so it's very simple that if somebody typed really fast, right, each letter had less time. Each letter bar, right? In the typewriter, you had the bars moving up and down. So each letter bar had less time to return to the place before another bar was lifted because you were typing really fast. And in this whole bars getting lifted faster and striking the ribbon, they would collide and they would jam the typewriter. Okay. So they said, okay, now people are typing really fast. Let's control that. So they created the QWERTY keyboard where the common letters, the common letters which are used the most are kept in hard to reach spots. So if you think about the A, the E's, the I's, whatever, they're kept. And they're kept in a way that they're so hard to reach that it would slow down typists.
Ah.
Okay. So today, when we don't have the keys hitting each other, I don't know why we're still operating on the QWERTY keyboard. Somebody did the QWERTY keyboard. We must have assumed barabar hai. Everybody's got trained on the QWERTY. So now even our computers and laptops have QWERTY keyboards. Maybe we should experiment with a new keyboard.
But I'm thinking, when we were, I mean, I don't see those institutes anymore, but in Delhi, I used to see as a child, those typing institutes, increase your speed. So there were some genius minds who decided difficult kar diya, to bhi main aur fast type karwa ke rahunga.
Yeah. So nowadays kids are doing this online. So you type as you read and then you say, oh, I can type at 107 words per minute and all that. And I'm thinking to myself, what if we change that keyboard? Maybe we'll all be faster. So yes, from solving a problem of speed to now becoming slow, despite the fact that we can have speed, here we are. That's technology for us.
Very interesting. So with that note, we come to an end of another one of our shorts with, the very interesting trivia and knowledge. I hope you enjoyed this episode, and we'll continue doing these shorts. So see you soon. Bye-bye.